What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome to round 6 of my F1 2016 career mode. This is season 5, the final season on F1 2016. Monaco Grand Prix here, so this is usually an exciting one. If you're new to my channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button already, and if you've missed the past few races, do go check them out. It's been an interesting season, bit of a mixed bag so far, but we did make an upgrade at the end of the last race, so we've maxed out chassis weight, so we maxed out our first thing with the Sauber team. We're still lagging behind the other teams a little bit, but I'll be looking to make an upgrade at the end of this Monaco Grand Prix, and if we can improve the downforce here, I think that would be an important upgrade to make. So you can see it's really been a mixed bag this season. China, we won in the wet with the AI kind of gifted it to us. A great race in Bahrain. The rest, not so good. Spain was absolutely horrible, but we're hoping for something decent in Monaco. I felt strong around here. I've improved so much on this game around this track. I absolutely dominated my F1 XL race last season, won by about 50 seconds, so I've gained a lot of confidence around here. You just got to throw the car around the track. But on our first run in Q1, we split the Toro Rossos with a lap that was pretty good, and we ended up in P9. I knew at this track our car deficit wouldn't hurt us too much, and yeah, it definitely showed, and you can see who got eliminated. Kimi Räikkönen P21. The field is so close, so running the super softs is very risky. Vettel was in the drop zone until the last few seconds of the session as well, but into Q2, I thought I'd try something different, see if the super softs would work, and if we could get through on them and potentially start the race on the harder compound. We ended up P13. It wasn't a bad lap, but it was a couple of tenths from getting through into the top 10, so I had to go on to the ultra softs, unfortunately. So that strategy's out the window, but the main thing is we've got a shot at getting through. So coming to the end of the lap, we're nearly 8 tenths up. So I was pretty sure we should get into the top 10 here, and we end up P6, so that puts us into Q3. Brilliant feeling, and this car felt very good around Monte Carlo. I just can't emphasize it enough. It was horrible around Catalonia, but it's like a totally different car. The car is just so... it's not consistent at all. I've just seen Ricciardo's got a 5-place grid penalty, so hey, potentially we could get a free position there. But into Q3, our only set of fresh tyres, which was given obviously in this session. And we're currently, I think that was 9 tenths down on Ricciardo after 2 sectors. We are the strongest. We always get purple in the final sector, so I knew I'd gain a tenth or two, but I didn't think I'd be getting into the top 3, but hopefully we can get a decent starting position, something we can work with. And it's P6, we're near the end of the session, so we might end up there, and indeed we did. That's a brilliant session for the Sauber team, for myself. I know Ericsson's at the back, but look how close it is between Rosberg, myself, Hamilton, Verstappen. I love the Monaco Grand Prix session in this game. It's just so close. Ricciardo takes pole, so we actually start in P5 for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's a bright, sunny day, pretty warm as well in the Principality, and yeah, this is going to be exciting. We're in kind of unknown territory, qualifying this high up on the grid, but the upgrades we made this season, especially the last one, we've got fantastic downforce around here. Yeah, I feel like we can challenge for some decent points here and get ourselves up higher in the order in both championships. Sebastian Vettel, who is actually my new rival. I don't really talk about rival that much. I don't think it's a great system in this game, but I swear the rivals get a boost when they become your rivals. So Vettel takes pole, and here we go with Crofty for the rest of the grid.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Rosberg, Sauber and Ricciardo, Hamilton, Verstappen, Haryanto and Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Jenson Button and Wehrlein, Bottas, Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat and Felipe Massa, Palmer and Gutierrez, Kimi Räikkönen and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
The grid complete. Now for strategy, there's not really too much to say because we're locked on the ultra softs and it's a definite one-stop. Monaco in terms of strategy is pretty dull, but let's hopefully have an exciting race ahead. Getting ready for the Monaco Grand Prix. P5 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. We get a fantastic start compared to Rosberg. We might get Perez as well into turn 1. This is so difficult to do. Get 2 positions. Oh, we made a bit of contact there. Can we get 2 positions here? Get ourselves up to P3. We got such a fantastic getaway. Side by side with Perez. Coming up, Sandvort, I think it is. And Perez, unfortunately, got the better of us. He's left the door open there, but I don't think we're going to be getting the position through. Casino's going a little bit deep. Can we go for a switchback and go for a late break and move? Yes, we can. Intersect it too. A little bit wide. We'll be locking up loads because the front brake bias is very front. The brake bias is near the front, mainly 60%. But we continue here. And of course there's contact in the Lowe's hairpin, that's what it's called. So we'll see the start once again. We got an up. That's got to be one of the best starts I've ever had on this game. We just got a brilliant getaway. Bit of wheel spin, yes, but we get Rosberg initially. And then side by side with Perez here. I actually make a bit of contact with the barrier there. At the time I thought Perez gave me a slight nudge, but the run up through Sandvort, it was, quite a run. And I think we jumped over a bump or something which halted our momentum. But we're still getting a position, and I'm very happy. The car feels brilliant this weekend. So on board with Perez, you can just see in his left mirror, we just come from nowhere. And I don't know. Is there a slight nudge on his left front tyre? But yeah, you can see I've got the momentum here. And then is it the bump there? Yeah. Perez seems to ride it a little bit better, and then he gets the position. But I'm right on his tail. But this is a great view on board with Rosberg. He doesn't get a bad start. It just my start's epic. Yeah. It's such a short run to turn 1 as well, so imagine if that was like the Spanish Grand Prix start. I possibly could have been in P2 or something, but yeah, very happy with that. And yeah, this is a great battle. I don't know how we didn't make contact up there though, but Daniel Ricciardo, who is the championship leading champion from last season, had an awful start because he's clouted the wall at turn 1. Then we got 3 wide into turn 1, that was never going to work. At the Lowe's hairpin, the AI on the first lap get very, I'll say interesting. Felipe Massa just stops for absolutely no reason, and Ericsson, who overtook Raikkonen, yeah, that didn't work out well for him, and there's no way he's letting Kimi through though. Good stuff, Marcus. But yeah, it's been a bad start for him. I think he needs to pit, and we're on the rear of Perez, who's dropped off a little bit from Sainz, coming to the end of lap 1, and we go for the classic move of Monaco. Guys, you're going to see this quite a lot. I do it every season. It's just the move of Monte Carlo. We go for the deep entry into Raskas, get a good exit, great traction up the inside into the final corner of Anthony Knowles. But yeah, lap 5 now. We're trying to overtake Sainz. The problem is he's got DRS on Vettel, so we get DRS, we get close. We just don't have the confidence to outbrake him into turn 1. Memories of last season where it was our final race of Red Bull, then we got sacked. We won the Monaco Grand Prix, but we also put our teammate in the wall at turn 1, so I ruined it 1-2 and it ended up like a 1-15. So yeah, but in a way bad memories, but we've won around this track I think twice in this career. So I was feeling very confident. This car, it felt planted to the track, it really did. I just can't believe this is the same car I was driving in Spain. I know it's got one upgrade, but still it shouldn't be this much better. So Sainz is finally out the DRS of Vettel onto lap 13 here, and I thought we'd have an opportunity to go for the overtake on the start finish straight, but he actually goes into the pits, and the AI, they go in so slowly that you nearly run into the back of them, so we're lucky we didn't crash there. So they're going into the pits already. I thought 26 laps on the Super Softs, that could be a stretch. Like for the AI strategy, I know tyre wear is very low around here, but are they too stopping? I wasn't completely sure, so I thought I'll stretch this stint out a bit to lap 16, so we're safe in terms of tyres, and hopefully the other drivers around us got stuck behind some drivers who were yet to pit, like Hulkenberg and Button in the lead. So this can be interesting to see where we do end up. A 2.4 second pit stop, that's an improvement from the guys. But we've actually lost out here. I saw Perez and Verstappen go past there, so I think they've jumped us. So they've all got the undercut. The overcut usually works around here. My laps, final couple of laps on the Ultra Softs weren't great, but I thought the drivers around us would get held up, but it doesn't seem like that has been the case. But a few laps later on, they do start to get held up, so there's a bit of a train here forming, and I think it's behind a Manor who's yet to pit. So yeah, it's making things very interesting. There's 2 Mercedes there, Perez, Verstappen, and now myself, and I go for an optimistic move here. I didn't expect to go for that, but Verstappen left the door open, but you just can't turn there. Full lock, it's so difficult to go for the overtake, so I kind of left Verstappen get through there, otherwise I'd be barging him into the wall. So we're P12, I'm pretty sure quite a few cars are yet to pit, and we're getting very close, getting a little bit frustrated as well. I just want to get these positions. We're not going for that dive up the inside. It's so much easier to do this. Haryanto, I think, who went into the pits, held up that train of cars nicely, so I got a great exit. Easily get Verstappen, and now we can chase after these guys, hopefully keep up with them. So it's Hamilton, Rosberg, then Sergio Perez, and still a couple of cars ahead yet to pit, but Hamilton is very slow. He is on the soft compound tyres. I think he pitted the earliest. So, obviously them tyres would be slow. But he's also got front wing damage, so you can see he's causing quite a train. I mean, these are the type of trains I usually cause. But it's so difficult to overtake on this game. I remember back to, like the older Codemasters games, you could overtake around Monaco very easily. Hulkenberg and Button have finally made their first pit stop. They're on fresh Ultra Softs, and they're very close to us. That shows the pace we've been running at. So maybe if I stayed out to, like, lap 20, when these were getting held up by Haryanto, we could have maintained our position, but obviously with hindsight, yeah, we could have done that, but we obviously didn't go for it. So our genuine position now is P6. We were in P3, so I was hoping to jump these guys if possible. Hamilton is doing a job here, Raskas. He slows Rosberg and Perez so much, and we go for our classic overtake. A bit squirmy on the power, but we're up to P5. Perez getting attacked there by his teammate and Max Verstappen. But now, if Mercedes wanted to play the team game, they'd let Rosberg go, but it's Hamilton, so I don't expect him to let Nico go, because Rosberg could definitely scamp off into the distance. But we're not that far behind Vettel and Sainz, who are the front two. They're only about, I think Vettel's around 6 seconds ahead, and he's the leader, and Hamilton doing a job for me. Thank you. Your front wing damage is doing me nicely. Up to P4, and we have... I can't emphasize enough how good our pace is. How could our pace be this good? Spain was an absolute disaster. One of the worst races I've ever raced in. It's just absolutely unbelievable. I reckon we still would have been quicker here, even if I turned the difficulty down in Spain. But we're going for a move on Hamilton into turn 1. Late on the brakes. We can slow it down this year, and we don't put Hamilton into the wall. That was the exact same scenario as last season, where I think it was about 5 laps to go in the race after a safety car period. I put Ricciardo in the wall and damaged his front wing. But a great move there. Up to P3, and we've got a great shot again the podium. So lap 30, we've got a 3-second gap to Carlo Sainz ahead of us. He has slightly older tyres than us by a couple of laps, but he is on the same compound. I was hoping Ericsson will hold him up. He did a little bit, so the gap's down to 2 seconds. But yeah, just trying to lap my teammate. He's had a poor race, and obviously he had that contact on the first lap. He does let me through very nicely. Thank you, Sir Marcus. And yeah, we've lapped him. What's the gap to Sainz? 1.8 seconds with 2 laps to go. I was pushing so hard. A little bit too hard here as we clipped the outside barrier, but P2 was there for the taking. Can we take it and get a fantastic result? Unfortunately not. But Hamilton, rear gunner job. Thank you so much. Sebastian Vettel wins the Monaco Grand Prix again. My rival obviously has to perform even better. It's like they get a power boost when that happens. Carlos Sainz is going to come home in P2, but unbelievably a great performance. P3 in Monaco. Very satisfying, a brilliant race. They're not the best in terms of wheel-to-wheel racing. It's obviously difficult to get that around Monte Carlo, but driving that race, it just felt so satisfying to be overtaking cars, have some decent pace. And yeah, it was all good overall, so please do leave a like if you did enjoy that. So, we did beat the 2 Mercedes and Force Indias. Double points finish for McLaren. That doesn't happen too often. Daniel Ricciardo, who is leading the championship, pitted on lap 1 for that damage and ended up in P15. Kimi Raikkonen started P21, finished P21. That's a great race for him. In the driver standings, it's getting very tight indeed, but Ricciardo's lost the lead. Sainz and Rosberg jump above them. I mean, absolutely anyone could win this title. I think anyone in like the top... Actually, anyone in the top 12 could pretty much win this. Who knows? It's really unpredictable. So we're in 7th, 48 points. It's been a good start of the season. I'm not sure if we actually have more points this season in the Sauber than we did last season in the Red Bull. I'd have to check that out. But that would be interesting to see into the Constructors. We're still 6th. Obviously, Ericsson doesn't contribute anything, but... yeah, very tight at the top. Any of the top 5 could win this as well. So, if you have enjoyed this Monaco Grand Prix, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time out. Goodbye.